But you went out to the big show. Did you end up enjoying yourself at the Ben Folds show?
Ronnie, call me a Folds head from now on.
Thank you. Did I not tell you would enjoy yourself? I think the guy's a great songwriter.
Look, if I like Billy Joel, then I have to like Ben Folds. Otherwise, I would just be a fucking lying douche. He was the same thing. Just piano, fun, nothing harmful. He's not going to punch you in the face. He's like ADF playing a fucking piano.
He does look like ADF.
It was a very pleasant night. Stinky put us on the bus. Jameson.
Did you get to meet Ben?
He walked past us. Stinky put us on the stage. So, and the stage facing Ben Folds 5 feet away. 5 feet away from the fucking guy.
Fantastic. Stinky's the coolest.
He was miraculous, beyond cool. He was absolutely an angel. So we're playing and playing.
So date night was fantastic.
It turned out to be fantastic.
Thank you. After all your bitching, you had a great time.
Yeah, well, I just didn't expect it. I thought it was going to be a little bit faggy.
Right.
Why would date night be faggy?
No, I mean the music and whatnot.
Doesn't know.
And then, but I loved it. I loved it. You know, it was crisp. It was clean. It was a fast concert. Also, because of the backstage access, I was able to go outside, smoke a ciggy every time. You know, I wasn't into the song, so that was like a good 3 cigarettes were had. The other time I was right there, dancing with my chick and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite song?
The one that you had, the one that you played originally.
The Annie Waits?
Yes. That was my favorite one.
Was that because you know it?
Probably.
Like it happened.
He also was playing some fucking like movie themes and shit, and it was just great. I got high on the trailer and then went through some of his drawers. They're like, oh, Ben Folds wearing some fucking weird boxers.
You got high in his
bus.
Wow. But without him.
Yeah.
Now, why does he need a bus if he's traveling alone? Seems weird.
Oh, it's a grand bus, too.
Yeah.
You know, it's very large. It was very beautiful. I just had the best time.
Good.
And the guy Stinky had us park behind the bus. A cop car moved, had us park behind the bus, so we didn't have to park in the parking lot. And then when the show was over, the cop car moved, and we just got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just fucking amazing.
No, all that is because you work for Sirius. You never bring that up.
Sirius XM, yeah.
But do you see what I'm saying? Where you're saying these people don't appreciate you, you're getting free things all the time. You're on Ben Folds' bus.
The listeners have been good to Davey Mac.
And I'm not talking about the listeners. You didn't get that from the listeners. You're getting that because of the connection you have with this satellite.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess in a weird kind of strange way, you're right. Like,
if by weird and strange you mean a direct line that you're on the show. People hear the show. They go, "I want to meet the guy from the show." All for you to do.
Yeah.
So, romantic night, or did you guys go right? It was a romantic night.
Yeah.
Wow. So did Beanie keep the kids over the night, or
yes, she did. She kept them. No, excuse me. We had a babysitter on that night, but the kids were very fast asleep. And so
was this your first time using like a babysitter?
Yes. Never did it before. I wasn't the biggest fan of it either.
Yeah, that's a weird scene. I've never had a non-relative.
Yeah.
Babysitter for my kids because it's just too weird.
Yeah.
So, girl in the neighborhood, you didn't have to drop her off late at night.
No,
and do that weirdness.
a big feminine guy.
Big feminine guy.
What are you nodding at me for?
You know who he is.
I have no idea.
Oh,
why are you writing it down?
Sheepy, baby.
Sheepy!
That's what I said. He told me that on fucking Friday afternoon.
You are kidding!
It's the only babysitter we could get. We didn't have any options. It was Friday. Everyone was out doing their thing, going to parties, drinking.
Wait, let me just go to Hicks. You were weirded out by this?
Yeah, why is she be taking care of your children? I didn't think that was the best fucking choice.
Yeah, I don't know. It was odd, but you know.
You've got a toddler watching your toddlers.
Well, it was a bit strange. I'm not going to lie. Wouldn't have been my first choice, or second, or 10th.
How did you guys get talked into that?
I didn't get talked into it. I actually, when my wife picked me up in Jersey, I'm like, so my mom has the kids? She said, no, your parents are out of town. You know that. And I go, oh, yeah, what the fuck? So then where are the kids? And like, I could get Sheepy. It was the only one I could get. I go, oh, no, los míos. But
You have a baby who has emergency situations.
yeah,
You ever seen Sheepy around an emergency situation?
I'm sure he sits on the ground and pouts.
Well, look, it all worked out. That's a good thing.
Luckily, wasn't Stan just in the hospital last week? You got upset because I didn't ask you about it?
2 weeks, yeah. Yep.
Just last week?
Last week he was, yeah.
And you put Sheepy in that situation?
Well, I didn't think he was going to, like, burn my children or anything.
No, but what if the baby started choking?
Yeah.
Then he would have called us, and we had... My aunt was, lives a mile down the road.
You should have left him with the aunt.
Well, she was doing her own thing, but if any kind of emergency situation happened, my aunt would have been there in 7 seconds. But it was a Friday, it was my aunt, so, what do you want me to do?
Was he doing his Sheepy drinking party?
I wasn't there.
Did Stan have to help Sheepy through one of his panic attacks where he thought he wasn't real or whatever the fuck happens to him?
I don't know the situation with everybody. I was just happy that someone was there. And
Someone. You would have been just as well leaving him with a dog.
the kids,
Wait,
were in
Sheepy
bed.
changed your kids?
He must have. Yes.
Oh, my
He
gosh.
must have. He must have.
Oh, Dave.
What do you mean? What do you
I'm
mean?
not comfortable.
You don't think any pedophilia occurred, right?
Dave.
You don't think that any molestation happened, right? I mean, that's not what you're saying.
It's creepy. They call him creepy.
All right. Now you're,
The fact that he would want to do it is creepy enough. Trust me, I know panic. I would not want to take care of Stan. I would be a nervous wreck worrying about Stan.
Mm-hmm.
And Sheepy has the same things.
Well, nothing happened.
That's a good point. That is true. Nothing happened.
That's just lucky. That's just luck.
Well, good. We'll take the luck.
Luck of the draw.
Take the luck.
Roll them dice.
Now, Dave.
Roll them.
Dave,
Fezzy.
I offered you $2,000 in daycare.
Oh, my God.
For someone to take care of Stan, and the excuse was Stan can't have someone watch him, can't have a stranger watch him because he's sick. But instead of like a licensed daycare or money going towards a nanny, someone who works with kids, you pick Sheepy? I'm just a little stunned.
I'm sorry. I forgot. This is all about you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot that the show was about me for 5 seconds, and now let's turn it back on you. The fact of the matter is, if Stan went to your daycare center every day, one of those days he would have been fucking dead. Every fucking day? Yeah, no, we're going to watch Sheepy for one night because we knew that Stan was in good shape. We can understand Stan's fucking signs. But
I just said someone who knows kids goes to your house, too. Either one.
What are you talking about? Someone comes to our house.
You tried to kill Stan.
You did. He tried to kill my son.
I never tried to kill Stan.
Your fucking bullshit self-serving gesture was all about you and not about my fucking family. My wife
Why
couldn't
was
get
it
a job.
self-serving? How
Because
is
you
giving
could have
you
said
money
it off
getting
the air.
self-serving?
You could have said it off the air, but you didn't. You had to boast in front of everyone. I'll tell you what's going to happen is Dave's going to fucking take 2 G's and put his kids in daycare. It's fucking ridiculous.
I offered it to you. I didn't demand it.
You gave 2 G's to Earl, but instead it's your wife's got to get a job.
On the air.
Your wife's got to get a job. My
did do it on
kids
the
got
air.
I did it on the air.
Of course you did it on the air, because you don't know how to fucking have a real life off the air.
What the fuck does that? Now who's making it about me?
Off the air, you're just, you're fucking shaky and nervous and fucking elevator, and I'm crying because a goddamn comedian on O&A fucking talked about Zoloft. What fucking sense does that make?
Fuck you. You don't know what goes on in my head.
Whatever.
Dude, you worry.
I'm
Yesterday.
fucking pouring my heart out to Ron, talking to him about my goddamn financial situation. I will say this, and I'll say it till day I got. Thank fucking Jesus Christ there's a Ron Bennington on this planet Earth, because otherwise, this show, everything. And I thank Ronnie B for my fucking career, too.
Yeah, last week I get yelled at for not being concerned. Today I bring up a concern and I get yelled at for that too.
Dude, come on, man. How the fuck is this about you and offering my kid daycare fucking thing? You know that I've so calmly fucking explained to you how this wouldn't work. My wife would still have to watch the daughter. So how does that make sense? And then if my wife, God bless her, didn't graduate from college. So how the fuck would you spending $2,000 on putting our kids in daycare, one of which is sick, that would have ended up dying in daycare? My fucking rich-ass brother who makes 6 figures put his kid to daycare in the best daycare center in fucking Pennsylvania. The kid sat in shit for 7 hours because they don't watch in daycare. It's a major fucking problem.
I wouldn't go to that one then.
Fez, if it was about a couple of fucking fags sucking each other off in a fucking rest stop area, maybe you would pay attention. But the fact of the matter is, on 60 Minutes and Dateline, you have fucking people, kids are dying in daycare all the goddamn time.
Really? I haven't seen these stories of people dying in daycare.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not making them up.
I was just saying, we were talking about Sheepy. And I'm like, all right, I offer...
Yeah, of course. It's about you. It's about, the guy watched my kids for an hour and a half, 2 hours on fucking Friday because we knew that
you were only
Stan was
gone
in
2
good shape.
hours.
My wife was. She's gone 3 hours. We went to a show we live in New Jersey. We went to a show in New Jersey. After the show, we came back.
I want you to look at Hicks in his desperate eyes the way he's looking at you right now.
What? What do you want? I mean, what am I supposed to say?
Look at Hicks's eyes. What are you trying to tell him, Hicks?
Just calm down, think things out, and
calm down, think things out. I'm fucking calm. Look at me, I'm calm. What do you want me to do? Take my shirt off? Be calm. I'm calm. I'll take my shirt off right now. I'll spray myself with Lysol. I'm fucking calm.
I think he was looking at you in the way of he doesn't want you to say some things that you can't take back.
I'm not going to say those things. I was going to excuse myself from the fucking room because, because I just poured my heart out to Ron, how much he helps me, and then it's Fez trying to... In fact, I feel like Fez is trying to usurp Ron by saying, well, Ron helped Dave out with his career, but look, I did the $2,000. It wasn't about you, but you know that was something I turned down because it wasn't practical. It's never made sense since the day you did it. It's why I didn't fucking agree to it. But even then, I turn it down politely. I said, you know what, this whole thing is squashed because I don't want a grudge because Davey Mack don't like grudges.
I didn't hold a grudge about it. You apparently...
Why would you? You weren't the one who was offended. I was.
You apparently are holding on to this thing.
Because you brought it up. I forgot about it.
But you're the one who went nuts and started screaming at me about it and tried to take it into a level using fags and rest stops and tried to take it into a whole different level.
I didn't mean homosexuals. I just meant guys who suck each other off. Like, I
didn't take it into any other level. I'm just... My curiosity came from, oh my gosh, you trusted Sheepy? Where was the logic in that?
But it did work out. You gotta give him
because you know why? Because he was someone who's trying to help me. That's why. He wanted to help me and my wife, who are fucking battling like the Confederacy and the Union because we don't see each other. I mean, it's he's trying to hurt me, I suppose, and you've done a fantastic job.
You're the one who just started screaming at me. I asked the question.
Dude, I don't know where to start, Fez. First of all, it's my fucking private life. I mean, why should you care who watches our kids? If I fucking had a member of Al-Qaeda watch my kids, but nothing happened, the fucking guy who looked like Ron Jeremy, the fat guy. I don't know if he's dead or alive.
He sleeps too late, and he wears a dirty T-shirt.
Well, whatever. I mean, he's the kind of terrorist I would trust. My point is that why are you having a say in what kind of babysitter we have?
I obviously don't.
Well, you just try to impart your shit.
We're just going around and around the same spot. Sometimes it seems like you guys don't like each other so much.
Ron, I come into every day loving everybody. I'm a fucking high and Johnny.
Right.
I don't come in with any animosity towards people. I don't like the Red Sox.
Here's Didi in Kansas. You're on Run of Fez.
Oh, shit. Dave, thanks. I just yelled at my boss, pretty much called him a fag, and he fired my ass. Idiot.
Who's he calling an idiot? Him or me?
I don't know.
I didn't call anyone names.
Well, you alluded.
No, I didn't. I said that there's...
You got a little disrespectful yourself there.
That's where you took
no,
it.
no.
I didn't mean to.
That's where you went with it. You didn't keep it at the conversation at hand.
Because the conversation at hand was inappropriate, in my opinion. So I flew off the handle a little bit.
A little bit. Just a little bit there. But you did have a nice night out. And I told you would enjoy Ben Folds.
I did enjoy it. I like that Annie song.
Yeah.
Annie keeps waiting. She's waiting and waiting.
It's all going to work out for her.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know how Ben feels about it.
Then he played the Godfather theme at one point. I was like, this is awesome.
I'll give Fezzy this. When the heat turns on him is when he gets calm. When the crazier you got, the calmer he started acting.
All right. That's fine. That's fine with me.
He needs to keep you at bananas for him to feel normal.
That's good. I'll sacrifice. I'll go bananas. I'll sacrifice.
You went.
I'll sacrifice. Whatever you want me to do, Fez. As they say. I'm here to please you. But I don't think that...
I get sarcasm, even if Watley doesn't.
But I don't think that it was necessary for you to comment on how my family handles their non-air situations.
Every bit of it you brought up. I didn't announce who your babysitter was.
It was brought up because
I didn't announce drawing a line in the sand on Saturday night. I didn't do any of that. I don't know why you're so mad at me.
Who came up with the daycare situation
Well, dude,
again?
if you don't know why he's mad at you, apparently this has been going on a long time.
He always brings up the goddamn daycare. That's all he brings up. Wasn't his job to get... If we're all going to tie it back in and shoot really straight here, wasn't he supposed to be responsible for helping me out with this company? Mm-hmm. And I don't want it out of your pocket. I wanted it from the people, from what I deserve. It was his responsibility 2 years ago, and a year ago, and 6 months ago. And I'm in the same fucking boat that I am in.
And I've been down the hallway several times. And
Well,
when it didn't
Yeah,
work,
but not working is not a fucking, excuse.
And you don't talk to me about it. If you talk to me about it, then I would say, all right, well, thank you for trying. Now you say that, so it makes me not believe you.
and I tried a different direction, and now you're mad about that still.
I don't know what any of these directions are. Why keep me in the dark if you're talking about me? Then, but now I call you out on it and you bring it up. It makes it sound like a fib.
Super Trucker, you're my Fez.
Dave, I have waited so long for that rant, man. Kudos to you, brother. If you get paid on what you contribute to the show, you and Fez's salary ought to be switched. Stop talking and try crying, man. You'll be rolling in the dough. See you.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not asking for anything.
And somebody just showed me a thing about a Washington daycare that stayed open after E. coli was found.
There you go. Let's put him in. Let's put Stan there. Because daycare centers are the... What job?
Do you want me to talk about it, or you don't want me to talk about it?
What job is my wife going to get all of a sudden to put us in the money?
I didn't say in the money. I said either, afford the better insurance. You're talking about just tolls and gasoline.
Afford better insurance. There is nothing I can do about the insurance. The insurance sucks.
Tony in Florida, you're on Run of Fez.
Someone's got to point this out, Dave. I love you, man, but ever since you've been high-end, you've been having some mood changes here.
There's been mood swings with you.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke last night, Saturday, and that's bullshit. I've come in happy. I came in happy today. Listen to last week's show. Don't do revisionist history. I was happy all week. So, Fez brought up the fucking thing that sets me off, and he knows it, so that's why he did it, I'm sure, which is the daycare thing. It always comes back to him offering the daycare, which would have not helped my family.
You weren't happy about photos or picnics last week.
You weren't happy the whole goddamn week. Are we going to go over the fucking...
I don't know what the photos or picnics were.
Neither
I don't
do
know
I.
what the hell you're talking about.
The guy said you had mood swings. You said no. You were happy all
Says
last
the mood
week.
swing king. Says the guy who cries on the air every day.
I didn't say it. The caller did.
No, but you're agreeing with him.
Dave has taken off his headphones about 9 times now.
You take shots at me constantly. I'm bringing up stuff that you brought up.
They're jokes. When you joke at me, I don't fucking get I don't get upset about it.
I think it's a joke that you had Sheepy babysit your kids.
Why? Were you there? Did you do it?
No.
And were the kids fine?
Luckily.
Not luckily. They were fine. And if we're going to talk about mood swing, I mean, you're going to agree with the guy on mood. Just listen to last week's show and then tell me if I was mood. Give me a break. We fucking have a long range of emotions every show, every week, and we're not going to play revisionist history. Thanks. I came in happy as a clan today. My goal for one, I predicted on the Ron Fez show, Phil Mickelson will win. Remember? And I won.
Here is Shane in Houston. You're on Ron Fez.
Hey, quit whining. You're starting to sound like Opie.
Opie? That would, well, there's no reason to fucking take a shot at him.
Opie.
Okay, that's fine.
Why drag open to
I know.
this?
Yeah.
He's a fucking class act. That's what he is. I know, right. I am whining. You're right about that. That's me. That's Davey Max Forte.
CJ in Florida. You're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Fez, first of all, my fiance works at a preschool, and it's like a glorified daycare, and I still wouldn't recommend anybody to send their kids there. You can't trust these people. They're not educated. They're not trained. They just get these hourly jobs. They clock in, they clock out, and they don't care. And second of all, Dave, calm down, man. Don't disrespect people on purpose because they did it on accident.
What?
He's saying that Fez disrespect you because he doesn't know what he's doing. But
He's done it to me a million times, and we've had versions of this argument every time. But they're calm, and then I get more excited, and then, a year, 6 months ago, I was more excited, and now I'm very excited. Because every time it gets brought up, I get more and more excited. Because I don't understand how it gets brought up.
It got brought up when you talked about your babysitter. And my simple question was, how is one different than the other?
You don't think that putting a person that we've known for a decade in charge of a kid for 2 hours is different than total strangers watching your kids every day for 8 hours? You don't think there's a difference there? There's a huge difference.
Not when I said you pick out the person, whether they come to the house or you take the kids there.
Why would I invite a stranger to my house? And why wouldn't my wife just watch the kids? That doesn't make sense.
Let's give Sheepy the benefit here. He pulled it off. Sheepy is now prepared to watch everybody's children.
I'm not even saying that.
He pulled it off. Let's give him the benefit.
I'm just saying I'm happy that, we were able to get out for a couple hours and it didn't cost us any money.
Got out, had some fun. Sheepy did it. You came back, the house wasn't on fire. What more could you ask for?
No.
You pulled it off.
It wasn't. The house was very, very fire retardant that night.
Here's Will. Charlotte, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Dave. I've been listening to the show for a while. You don't react well when the shoe's on the other foot. You humiliated Fez. The piece in the face was humiliating to Fez. But then when he turns it around on you, you can't take it. It's not Fez's fault.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's not Fez's fault that you're a fuck up and your wife is the only thing keeping that family together.
Oh,
you're lucky
shut
you
up.
still have the
You
fucking
don't know
kid.
who I am. You don't know my fucking
It's
family.
Dave. It's you, Dave.
Yeah, and he's not humiliated. Dude, I would welcome Fez to push my face in pizza.
Why?
Because it would hurt less than you bringing up your daycare thing every single time.
Bruce in Wisconsin, you're on Ron Fez.
I just have a point. Dave lost it. Yes, he did. I think he's feeling underappreciated. But Fez picks. He picked at Dave's wife not working before.
For 4 months. People forget the fact that Fez went after my wife every day for last summer. Last summer it was bang his wife.
What?
It was bash his wife for entire summer. The fact that I fucking didn't lose my shit last summer, but yeah, react
And
badly.
no one was going after me at all, of course.
No, I fucking am. And guess what? I'll tell the goddamn world that I too have been victim of radio identity theft. Yeah, Fez, I was a victim of identity theft. People have been fucking taking credit cards out under my name and fucking destroying my credit. This is the first time I said it, because you pushed me to that thing. I didn't come in and accuse you or a conspiracy of fucking people about it. Guess what? That's happened to me, too. That's also added to my stress.
I think Fez was behind that.
Ron, I'm not going to go into crazy fucking that type of thought that he went to last summer. You know why? Because I don't believe it. Because that would be nuts. Just like it was nuts to think that me and my wife, or just anyone that we know, was behind his identity theft. You know? I have to straighten this fucking thing out now because now my credit is so fucked up. And guess what? This has been happening apparently for 2 or 3 years, which is why my credit's been fucked up. I just found out.
I talked about the coincidences. Other people going through the same things that I've had trouble with. Other people getting harassing phone calls.
So have I. So then we're on the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking guy who calls up, has cum taste, calls up, it's special delivery, has Beanie's cunt smell. It's the same guy.
Well, did you answer?
I said that she said it has a nice aroma to it. Big fucking deal. You know, it's like fresh tulips.
Here's Chad in New Hampshire. You're on Fez.
Hey, guys, you're doing a great fucking job. Davey, you need to calm down a little bit and possibly try some Zoloft. I heard it works for some people. Don't take it out on Fezzy so much. Maybe he is genuinely trying to help you out. But realistically, you got to tone it down a little bit and don't lose your shit so much. People won't take you seriously.
All right, let me just go to this. I come in here all the time. You guys just sitting quietly. I ask if you meet about stuff before the show, before I get here. No. Why hasn't anyone ever quietly said, do we have a problem? Can we work this out? Why do you wait till it blows up on the air?
Because I didn't think that we did. But
you're obviously still holding on to fucking things that piss you off.
He never brings up the daycare center shit off the air. Never. And he brings it up on the air.
Why are you locked into the daycare center? Why did you want his kids to have daycare?
I tried to think of the best way I could help out Dave's family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I came up with. Was it a perfect plan? I guess not. But I thought it added the most value.
What did it do?
It would have... what it would have done is have the kids be watched by responsible people during the day. Maybe then Casey could go out and get a job, supplement
That's incredibly insulting, but you wouldn't understand that because you're not married. Because you're not married. But having some guy be like, this is what I want your wife to do is incredibly over the fucking line. Incredibly. I would never tell anyone who's married, you know what? This is what I want your wife to do. Here, I'm going to lay out a plan so that your wife can...
That wasn't a demand. I laid it out to you. It was, here's my idea.
I so delicately turned it down that day.
Right.
And by the way...
And Ron's offered you ideas, but you come after me.
What do you mean Ron's offered me ideas?
Ron's offered you ideas about getting a sports show.
And
about how to talk to the bosses.
And I did it too. And I talked to the bosses.
It's no fucking different.
Here's Tom in Virginia. No. You're on Ron Fez.
No, it's entirely different. Those ideas that Ron has are logical, and as a result, I did them. But your idea was...
It's illogical for people to take their kids to daycare and be a two-income family. That's illogical in this country.
It's illogical for you to demand that my wife does whatever she does.
Anything. Where are you getting this demand from, Dave?
Fez, honestly. By paying daycare, by paying the daycare, you're making my wife go out and work, right?
If that would be her opportunity, then.
But again, what job could she get?
To bring more money into the house. We talked about you. We talked about you getting a second job. You said there's not enough hours in the day with your commute.
There aren't. There's not. So I do not have that as an option. And my wife, I don't know what kind of job.
You didn't explode then when we talked about that on the air.
Because, Fez, I didn't explode because I was being respectful, but you keep bringing it up, bringing it up. Every time you bring it up, I get more and more exacerbated in case you notice.
And it's no different of an idea except for me throwing money into it. It's no more different of an idea. But you didn't get upset about that. Different. You got upset about this, and you're still upset about it.
It's entirely different because you didn't come to me off the air. And if we're going to go back and where this is, you came up with this idea after bashing my wife for 3 months.
Right.
Not the best timing. Would you agree with that?
I think it was the perfect timing because if you remember,
my head hurts.
If you remember, right?
Just seriously, you guys are even fucking boring me right now.
I'm not trying to
Just,
pour
I can't go back fucking 2 years ago.
Seriously.
Just stop it. Just fucking stop it.
All right.
It's crazy talk.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ.
Sit down.
I was coming in
Dave,
to talk about Masters.
I understand. Just stop it. Cody in Oklahoma.
Hey, Dave, you're completely right. Fez, you're wrong. Don't listen to anything he says. He wants someone to baby shit your kids.
Right.
I didn't even get the joke.
Baby shit.
I don't get it.
Something about shit.
Bruce in Wisconsin, you're on Run Fez.
Hi, guys. I have to agree with Dave. I think he lost it, but I think he lost it because he's feeling, and from what he's saying, it sounds like he's feeling underappreciated. But Fez, I have to go against you on this one. You have picked at Casey. You picked at her last summer.
It's a fucking year ago. Everybody drop it. If they weren't okay with it, you shouldn't have went by the last fucking year and acted like you were.
I
You know what
wasn't,
I mean?
but he brings it up. I literally try to forget these things. But like a scab that just keeps, that then gets popped up after a while when it's almost healed.
Fez, if you know that it doesn't make him happy, why do you still bring it up?
I had no idea he was still holding that much of a grudge about it.
Seriously?
I had no idea. Like he said, I thought he put it behind him. I know he did. I know he declined the offer.
Right, but why bring it up again?
Because I thought it was a valid point with the choice of babysitter.
What do you care who the babysitter is?
I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Last week, you come after me because Fez never asked me how Stan was. Ron?
I don't even remember that.
I sound like some sort of...
Oh, you tried to put on a sad voice.
Snuffleupagus?
Yeah, you did at that point, yes.
I don't think so.
So, I bring it up today. Oh, that's bad, too. Sorry I can't please you, buddy.
George in Jersey.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, Fezzy, 2 weeks or $2,000 in a daycare center amounts to about 2 weeks. What's Casey going to do in 2 weeks?
This isn't where we're going with this anyway. Oh, just annoyed. Just fucking crazy. Bill the trucker, you're on Run Fez.
Dave, my wife and I raised 4 kids, our youngest being 16 years old now, through tremendous personal sacrifice. I used to work 8 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon in a machine shop. My wife would work 10 at night till 6 in the morning as a nurse. She'd come home, watch the kids, bone tired, house looked like the palace, and all that. We hardly saw each other. Nobody else outside our family raised our kids. Our kids are great, college educated now or college bound through personal sacrifice. We don't go out drinking on the weekends. We don't buy dope. We take and we accept what we had to do. That's my suggestion to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm doing everything I can, mister. The fact I'm doing everything I can.
Joe and Philly, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, buddies. First-time caller. Anyway, listen, I think it's clear. Dave keeps talking about how Fez brings up the offer to send the kids to daycare so Casey can get a job. It's clear why Fez brings it up. He feels guilt that Dave has done his job for the last 3 years and hasn't gotten compensated and is scrounging to ride the bus to and from work every day. I love you, Fez, but it's just clear to me.
So it couldn't have been out of concern. It couldn't have been out of wanting to help out, trying to think of a way to help out the best I could.
I don't feel like it's a legit concern because, as I pointed out again, he doesn't do it off the air.
Can I just say what the East Side Llama tweeted?
Sure.
Welcome, new listeners. I hope the quick and dirty guide to Run Fez got you ready for this. Yeah, it does get complex. It does go back years. It is crazy talk. Every holiday this happens. Every single holiday.
What holiday is it? Oh.
Cinco de Mayo, I guess, is coming up soon.
Sure. We got to get ready for that. Why don't we turn it into a drinking day? You know how we love drinking shows.
I'm all for it.
You guys want to have some drinks today?
I'll do whatever Ronnie B will permit.
We got
me.
Tito's.
I am very thankful to Ron and Fez for their opportunity that they gave me. My dream was to be in radio, and it still is. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I might be cracking up. But I'm appreciative. Any of these fucking fags call up, don't think I'm appreciative. They don't know what I feel.
And I'm concerned about you. I get questioned on that constantly.
Gosh, Fezzy.
Yeah, I mean,
you say these things on the air, though. You don't say it
I've
off
never asked about your baby off the air. That's never happened. Come on.
Why are you yelling at him while he's crying?
I'm not crying yet. I'm tearing up.
Do we yell at you when you're crying?
No.
When you start crying, do I say to you, I've been trying to help you for years and you won't do anything for yourself? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't understand that he's in a fucking gym. You don't get it.
I absolutely get it.
You don't get it, or you wouldn't have said the things that you said. That's all I'm pointing out to you. It's not the thing that a human being says to his friend when his friends fucking hit the wall. And you have more energy now than when you started the show. To start the show, you're all weird. You've come into a nice fucking comfortable calmness because there's chaos going on. Here's Brian in Texas. You're on Fez.
Fez, why don't you just throw Dave $160 a month for tolls and everybody's happy. And we can go back and everybody be happy. I'm crying right now on the inside. Peace.
I'm not.
Neither am I. Although there's moisture from my eyes.
Just call that girl juice. You're so sensitive you cry quim.
Well, I feel like there's a pollen buildup in the room all of a sudden. That's okay.
That'll get you stuffed up.
Hey, did it ever occur to Fez he could just said, I want the kids taken care of. I'll pay your wife to take care of the kids. And then we never would have had another fight.
I don't think so.
Then everything would have been hunky-dory.
Around there.